Welcome to June 2025, the month that has a big chance to be one of the best months of the entire year. So we definitely want to know the astrology of the upcoming 4 weeks, because there's a lot of beneficial energies that we can use. So it's worth to just go through this month consciously and use the good energy. I'm gonna guide you through the entire month. I'm gonna give you dates and specific information about good and not so good alignments of planets. We will see new moon and full moon, and we will also see what this month can bring to every rising sign. Description box is the place where you want to find timestamps for this video in case there is some issues. Sometimes you guys ask me in comment section, where is Capricorn, where is Sagittarius? Check the description box, please. Okay, so that's all about the introduction. Welcome. Please subscribe to my channel if you like already. Please like this video to help me grow, and let's dive into the month of June. Hey guys, my name is Jolanta. I am a Western astrologer and creator of Soulight Space Astrology. A part of YouTube, you can also follow me on Instagram and on Facebook. And if you would like to have something more deep and more personalized in terms of astrology, because remember, here I can only do a very general kind of reading for the collective, and even if I do the reading for your rising sign, this is again a very general energy, because I cannot really see your birth chart, your placements, your degrees, and all the details that help me to predict and advise you in your real life. So if you would like my help as astrologer, I offer personalized sessions, 1-to-1 meetings, 1 hour, 2 hours, or 3 hours with me, and then we can just dive into your different charts, whatever you need. We can use this time in the way as you wish. So that's all I have for you in terms of my offer, and now let's focus on this month of June, which is the month that really can be very positive for many of us. And that's because, first of all planets are direct, a part of Pluto. Pluto retrograde is not so much involved in our daily life, because that's not a personal planet, so we can definitely feel like everything is moving forward. The energy is not blocked by any retrograde, and in terms of retrogrades, we went through a lot in this month. Mercury retrograde, it's a normal thing. Every year we have 3-4 times Mercury retrograde, so I don't count that, but we also had the planet of love and finances, Venus, and the planet of taking action, risking, Mars, also retrograding. Both of them were retrograding in the first part of 2025, so we didn't start the year with full speed. And I was always telling my clients that booked personalized session with me for transits of 2025 that the true beginning of this year will start to be felt in April. And I hope that you did feel the difference after the eclipse season in March. In mid-April, we started to feel that like there is some moving forward, that we are not so blocked anymore, that we are not so pessimistic and depressed. And hopefully there were some turning points for all of you out there. You can let me know, how did you experience this energy in spring, mid-April and May, because that's supposed to give you more energy to start fresh, focus on the future, not being so stuck in the past anymore. Of course, we all go through our own processes, so if you are still purging some past situations, especially with this Pluto retrograde, that's normal. But again, this is something that is happening more inwardly, deep down in the depth of your soul. But then on the daily plane, we're supposed to now feel like there is more and more action and movement and focus on what's next, planning more into what's coming next in our life. And June is one of those months that will help us with that. So remember, this is the last month in which we have so many planets direct. So you definitely want to use this direct motion and just push things forward the more that you can. I would divide this month in few sections. I feel like the section number 1 would be more intellectual, especially till June 9th, and I would focus on pushing forward with things related to Gemini energy. Gemini is related to travel, to documents, to sending out job applications, conversations, studying, learning, exams, courses, trips, buying, investing, shopping. Those things that require this logical, intellectual side of us, and also a lot of exchanging information, exchanging facts, reading, writing, publishing, podcasts, websites, social media, all those things. That's because till June 9th we have Jupiter in Gemini and Mercury in Gemini. Mercury is the planet of things related to Gemini, so when Mercury is in Gemini it feels at home. So I would definitely focus on that in the first part of the month. And then I would say that the mid part of the month will be this confrontation of our expansion with Jupiter in Cancer, with some sort of seriousness, some sort of responsibilities, maybe blockages, maybe delays, maybe some slowdown, so we can rethink our plans and goals before we truly expand them. So the first half of June will be a little bit more tricky, because we can have this square that for some of us might feel like there's always something standing on my way kind of energy. And then the third section of June will be very family and emotionally oriented. We're gonna have Cancer season, and the energy will start to be more soft, more sweet, more tender. I feel like our focus will start to be more on our home environment, on our family, on matters related to our emotional nurturing. So I would see this month as those 3 parts. And now let's focus on the whole chronology of the month. You can take notes if you want, mark something in your calendar if you wish, so you will know what days are good, what days are not so good. So we have to be aware of maybe some conflicts that might happen more easily during this day. And again, I don't want to scare you. My predictions are to help you. So if you see that there is some day that might bring some tricky energy into either relationships or into even your own energy, like you might be conflicted or more nervous or more stressed, so then you know that in advance and you can plan to avoid issues that those energies can bring, right? For example, plan to go for some walk or to the gym to release some, extra energy, or try to avoid some conversations with people that in general are pretty explosive. So on days when the energy is even more stressful, you might be rather predicting that these people will be on fire. So that's how I would like you guys to use astrology, just as you use the weather forecast. If you see that there is a sunny day on Sunday, you can plan some nice trip to the mountains. And if you see it's going to be a rainy day, maybe it's worth to plan to go to visit your family and stay at home, or do something regarding work, reading under the blanket and stuff like that, right? So try to have this approach. It's not about scaring you. It's not about making you feel pessimistic. Try to use this as your way to go around those energies. And also, when I do readings for every rising sign, this is a very general overview, and I focus on houses. I use whole sign system in those readings, and I just see in which house certain planets are now transiting for every rising sign. But then it can be different in your chart, so it's worth to study your own chart and know details, so then you can apply whatever I am saying about different signs to your own story. And again, if you want a high quality interpretation of your natal chart transits, progressions, whatever you need, it's definitely worth to invest in yourself and book a personal consultation with an astrologer. So let's focus on this month. We start June with some quite sensitive energy. Venus conjunct Chiron in Aries at 25 degrees. So if you have something in cardinal signs around 25 degrees, you're gonna feel it very strongly. So Cancer, Capricorn, Libra, and Aries, you're gonna feel it the most. Chiron is the healing energy, but it's also representing our wounds. So it can go both ways. You either might be triggered through your relationships or through your financial situation. It might be connected to your self-worth as well with Venus. So certain things related to those matters might spark some triggers for you that will either show you your wounds or they will help you heal. Definitely it's a good day to heal some energies in your partnerships. If there is something bothering you, if there is something hurting one or both sides, Venus conjunct Chiron in the beginning of June, especially June 1st, has this power to heal. But be aware that some of you might be more sensitive during this time, reminiscing the past wounds, especially the past heartbreaks, or something in current relationship might trigger you. So it's worth to observe it from the higher perspective, like what this is showing me about my own heart, about my own wounds and insecurities, and what I can do to heal that, to overcome that. In Aries, the energy is very focused on us, our independence, our I am, so the wound might be related to that. Then on June 5th, very different energy, because we're gonna have Venus sextiling Jupiter, so that will give this Venus energy, which is love, relationships, finances, beauty, art, some nice energy of expansion, higher art understanding. With Jupiter we see like a bigger picture of things. It's very positive. It can give you some blessings through relationships. It's a good day for love, for dating, for business, for financial matters. Then on June 6th, we have Venus switching sign from Aries to Taurus. And Venus in Taurus is a very good energy because Taurus is ruled by Venus. So Venus is here in her own energy. It's very pleasant, it's very steady, very stable. It gives us a lot of beauty. And this Venus will stay with us till July 4th. So basically, bigger part of June is with very, very good energy for relationships, for money, finances, for creating something artistic, beautiful, for taking care of your own body and beauty, and also just enjoying life. Venus is very hedonistic in Taurus. The focus is on simple pleasures of life, like food, little trips to the forest. I always picture this Venus in Taurus as sitting on the grass with some blanket. You have some nice picnic, some homemade foodie, some drinks. You are enjoying the sun, smelling flowers, peace around you, and just chilling, doing not much. It's about slow life and chill. So this energy will enter also our relationships. So that's a good sign, because as we had Venus in retrograde, Venus was in contact with Saturn this year. Then Venus was in Aries, and Aries is not the place for Venus to be naturally, because Aries is individualistic and Venus wants connections. So there was this, contrasting energy, and now Venus will be at home in Taurus. So this energy of peace, building something in a steady, serious way, step by step, going slowly but surely. This will be the vibe in our relationships. They might become much more earthy and grounded and rational with Taurus here. So good switch, guys. Enjoy June in terms of relationships, in terms of material possessions, in terms of focusing on making your life more beautiful, and also providing to yourself with all the material comfort and all those things that will help you to feel like your life is stable and safe. Venus in Taurus is very much about building this safety in your life, especially in material realm. So investment, savings, being more interested in finances in a long term to build this financial safety, right? Then June 8th, this is a very, very nice month. I need to have a sip of my tea. Thank you, by the way, for all the donations. Some of you are sending cups of tea. There is a donation link in the description box. So if you want to send me some good vibes, welcome. So June 8th, very lucky, very abundant, very positive day. Mercury and Jupiter united in Gemini at 29 degrees. So this is the end of the journey of Jupiter being in Gemini. We had this transit for 12 months. Not the best place for Jupiter to be in Gemini. Again, contrasting energy. But at the same time, it could bring lots of abundance, opportunities, new chances into your Gemini house. And this June 8th looks like a great day for example, travel or publishing something, or maybe signing some new great contract, or signing a contract of ending something, because it's at 29 degrees. 29 degrees is about endings and completion. So for some of you, there might be some positive ending under this energy that will open for you new gates, new horizons. So let's see how this goes for all of you. It might be also very nice energy to shift your mindset, because Jupiter in Gemini was about that, right? Gemini is very mental, and Jupiter is expanding this intellect of us. So this unification here for me looks like maybe for some of you, all this exploration with Jupiter in Gemini for the last 12 months led you to understanding that certain parts of your mindset, of the way how you see the world, how your belief system looks like, and how your beliefs are shaping your reality, maybe some of those thoughts are outdated and they not really help you to expand. So I feel like June 8th might be also a nice day if you want to use it in a conscious way to let go of some old mental patterns that you don't really need anymore. 29 degree destroyer, anaretic karmic degree, the end of the journey, completion of something, so something new can start. Let's see. This might bring some big news in the world at the same time, because Jupiter is expanding. It's very international, and Mercury is the news messenger. For some of you, this day can bring some very positive messages as well. So yeah, enjoy this day, guys. This will be the end of Jupiter in Gemini, and then we have a switch of energies. Mercury is entering Cancer. So till June 9th, you want to use Mercury in Gemini, guys. Everything related to Gemini, like I already told you, writing, talking, podcasts, publishing, websites, searching for a job, traveling, buying, searching for new car, selling your old car, technology, social media, conversations, communication, gathering information, studying, learning. All those things are very, very beneficial until June 9th, and after that there's a switch of energy. Both Mercury and Jupiter leave the sign of Gemini, and we will have those two planets now in Cancer. Mercury in Cancer will be from June 9th till June 26th, so the mid part of the month is with Mercury in Cancer. This Mercury is rather focused on psychology, on emotions, so that might be a good time for expanding your emotional intelligence, for therapy, for having some very tender, sweet, sensitive conversations. And Mercury in Cancer is very focused on the past, so for some of you, you might be interested in history of your family. It's also very family-oriented sign, so for some of you it might mean like short trips to your family with Mercury, or chatting more with your family, or also being just a little bit more shy and closed off, because Cancer is very protective. That's why I definitely advise you to use those first days of the month to do anything that requires to not be shy, to show what you are doing, to be more out there and talk to the world. Then it's gonna be a little bit more difficult. Then June 9th, this is the day that it's quite tricky. This is something definitely worth to mark in your calendar, like a warning day, because we're gonna have Mercury squared by Saturn. This very often brings some pessimistic, sad energy into our minds, so watch for having too dark vision of the situation. It's not the best day to deal with government or institutions, or even your father, your grandfather, your partner, those types of people that have some authority, authoritarian energy, a bit more despotic, because you might feel blocked. You might want to do something and there will be some blockage. The good side of this is more ambition, more seriousness, so it might be worth to focus on things in your life from this more wise and serious and long-term perspective of Saturn, but at the same time for some of you it might bring some blockage and some delay, because Mercury will be kind of blocked in conflict with Saturn. Then Venus will be squared by Pluto on the same day. Whoa, so that's an intense energy. This will be felt a few days before and after already. Venus is love, relationships, finances, and Pluto squaring this energy. Pluto retrograding, so most likely the energy might come from past. We might be purging some stuff regarding our relationships or finances. We might discover some secrets. We might go through some shadow work days. We might be purging some old stuff, and there might be, as a warning, intensity in relationships, like power struggles, jealousy, possessiveness, intense conversations, this energy clash. So watch for that, especially if you are a woman. Watch on this June 9th if this attack of more domineering energies over you, because it might happen. And at the same time, the opportunity of Venus being squared by Pluto is that we can just see our shadows in a clearer way. We can also see our relationships in a more clear way. It might be confronting, it might be a heavy truth, but Pluto likes to show you the truth. So yeah, that's what happened between your Taurus and Aquarius houses. So you can see where's that in your chart to know in a deeper way what parts of your life will be under this energy. And then June 9th brings the best transit in 2025 at the same time. Jupiter enters Cancer. That's the end of Jupiter in Gemini, and this is definitely the day to celebrate, because Jupiter loves to be in Cancer. It offers us bigger expansion, bigger growth, more abundance, more pleasure than Jupiter in Gemini. So it's a good switch. We can be happy about that. So this is a start of 12 months of abundance in your Cancer house. But remember that Saturn and Neptune are in Aries. Aries is a cardinal sign squaring Cancer. So in June, we're gonna feel this square. So abundance will not come immediately. We have to have some patience. We have to first face some blockages, some seriousness, some challenges. Rethink our actions, rethink our plans before we can fully expand. Then on June 11th, we have full moon in Sagittarius at 20 degrees. So if you have something in mutable signs, 20 degrees, Sagittarius, Gemini, Virgo, and Pisces, you will feel it the most. This is the end of a journey of the cycle of the moon that started with new moon in Sagittarius on December 1st, 2024 at 9 degrees Sagittarius. So if there was some manifestation in the beginning of December, first 2 weeks of December, if you started to do something in your Sagittarius area of life, this is different for every one of you. Sagittarius overall rules international matters, higher wisdom, philosophy, meaning of life, belief system, freedom as well, and exploration. So this is the general vibe. That's why I feel like with this full moon in Sagittarius, many people will, like always, we always have full moon in June in Sagittarius. This is the start of many people starting to travel, holiday season in the Northern Hemisphere, summer. That's why this is the time of the year when so many people are just traveling. Airports are full of people. And that's Sagittarius. Sagittarius is about exploring and going to another country and meeting people from other cultures. So for many of you, that will be the vibe. Like, I want to explore, I want to go somewhere. It might be connected also to education. But at the same time, on a personal level, check where's Sagittarius in your chart. Reflect back what was going on in December there, what you were planning, rethinking, starting some new intentions, some new process maybe. It could be related to, you know, some of you have Sagittarius in your work, some of you have it in your health situation or relationships or family dynamic or finances. So you have to check and see what was starting for you there in this area, and now there will be either some completion or you will see fruits of your actions for the next 6 months. You will see some truth. This area of your life will become more clear and more illuminated. You might get some news. You know, Gemini, Sagittarius is a lot about information, letters, messages, documents, getting something from somebody that will show you the truth. So it might be about that to many of you. And yes, this expansion, many of you will possibly enjoy this full moon because it's not aspected at all. That's interesting. It's a pure energy of full moon in Sagittarius. Nothing is aspecting this full moon, so that's very rare. Usually we have other planets involved, so that will be pure energy of Sag and Jupiter expanding, exploring. Then June 15th, this is the day which will give us this exact square between Saturn and Jupiter. This is a warning day, June 15th, because we might feel this challenge. What Saturn, which is very often about karmic tests, testing us if we truly want to do something, you know, showing us blockages on the way, what we will have to overcome in a long term if we want to get there. As Saturn is sometimes reflected in our life through old people or government or authority figure or our partner that has very domineering energy, or somebody in our environment who has this older, old soul energy, seeing things with a serious, grounded way. So, you know, Jupiter in Cancer, freshly moved into the sign of his exaltation, is all about growth and expansion, and your Cancer house wants more and more and more. But the Saturn in Aries from your Aries house will be like, wait a minute, look at this, look at that, are you ready? Maybe you have to prepare yourself, rethink that, slow down, don't rush. There might be some blockage and conflict on June 15th, and what's more, this conflict will be even more difficult because Mars, the planet of taking action and motivation and fighting for what you want, will be squared by Uranus. So this is a very nervous, restless, impatient energy. Uranus is super quick. It's connected to Aquarius, to air energy, to lightning bolt. So here and now, right? And then Mars is also very, very strongly under this fire energy during this time, because until June 17th, Mars is in bold, fiery Leo. So the first half of the month, our actions are Leo-like, very loud, very expressive, very bold, they can be egocentric to a certain point. The bad side of this energy that some people might act in a very arrogant way, you know, ego, pride, dramas. This is the dark side of Leo. But the good side of Leo is generosity, creativity, positivity. So it's really a good energy to take action and to show what you are creating to the world. Action on fire, lots of vitality, lots of sunny, positive energy with Mars being in Leo. And right before this Mars will end this day in Leo, there will be this square with Uranus. So watch for conflict on June 15th. Watch for accidents. Drive carefully, don't rush, slow down. If you have too much energy, maybe go to the gym, go for a walk. If you have to have some important conversations during those days around June 15th, you know, first take a deep breath or avoid people who might bring this explosive energy into your life unnecessarily. After that, Mars will switch to Virgo on June 17th, so the energy will become more quiet, more grounded. Virgo is more analytical, it's an earth sign, so from June 17th to August 6th, Mars in Virgo will definitely calm down our aggression, our anger. It will help us to see things in a more logical and calm way. So that's definitely good to see this switch after those explosive energies. So yeah, just watch out so you don't make yourself some troubles by the very end of this Mars in Leo transit, right? We've been dealing with Mars in Cancer and Mars in Leo for a very long time, and June brings the final ending of those transits in Cancer and Leo, and this will be the very first time when we're gonna feel our energy of action, motivation, vitality, fighting in an Earth sign, Virgo. So let's see how this goes for you all, guys, but you can mark definitely that both June 9th and June 15th, they are really tricky in terms of, you know, having some confrontation, conflict, and even possibly some accidents, something very stressful and nervous is in the air on those days. The good side of Mars squared by Uranus is that we can feel the need to change something. We will have Jupiter in Cancer, Saturn in Aries, two long-term transits that just started. So there's some new chapter emerging for us. We don't see it fully yet. It's just the beginning. And then this Mars squared by Uranus is opening us to see things in a different way. Maybe changing our strategy. Maybe changing the way how we fight for what we want. Changing ways, methods, how we go for it, right? So this might be a good energy if you want to use this transit in a positive way with, you know, conscious approach to astrology. Then June 19th, this is when Jupiter will be squared by Neptune. So, you know, Saturn and Neptune are anyway almost in conjunction. So they are both kind of squaring Jupiter at the same time, but the exact day is on June 19th. So this day might be more confusing. This might bring you a little bit more clouded vision about what you would like to expand in this Cancer energy, how you would like your life to look like in this house or in this area of your life 1 year from now when Jupiter will be ending this day in Cancer. Definitely it's worth in general to focus on our Cancer house for the next year, and I feel like June will be a great month to kind of see the prelude of those transits, what they might mean. And the energy will not let us fully move into this Jupiter in Cancer expansion yet in June, so stay patient, try to see it as a help, try to see it as some delay that it's in the end beneficial, because you will have more time to get used to the new energy and to reflect on what you truly want. And you will also have to fight a little bit with some blockages, but through that you will maybe be able to see if you truly want this or not. Because if we really want something, we don't care that there's some obstacle on the way. We keep pushing. So that's the lesson of Saturn, which will be squaring Mercury on June 9th, squaring Jupiter on June 15th. So there will be this vibe of you showing to Saturn how much you want it. And then June 20, Cancer season, so very different vibe, much more emotional, cozy, home sweet home energy. We might crave to just be a little bit more in a calm dynamic. You can see how this switch is going. We had lots of fire in May, Venus in fire sign, Mars in fire sign, and now the energy is switching. We will have, and also, you know, Gemini season, very busy, chatty, lots going on, a lot of messages, a lot of this quick movement. And now the vibe by the end of June will be switching, you know, Sun in Cancer, Mars in Virgo, Venus in Taurus, much more grounding, much more harmony, much more peace, more nature, more simple pleasures, more analytical thinking, and this methodical, disciplined, systematic way of taking action instead of this bold, fiery vibe of Mars in Leo. So there's a lot of changes going on in the energy. I like June 22nd, we have Mars in sextile to Jupiter between Virgo, Cancer placements. So that's a nice vibe to take some beneficial side of this Jupiter in Cancer, because Mars, the planet of action, will be harmonized, will be giving some or getting some opportunities from Jupiter to take some new actions. But at the same time, again, Saturn and Neptune will not let us be alone, because anytime something will enter Cancer, there will be an immediate square from Saturn and Neptune this month. So this also happens on June 22nd, 23rd. So watch for that. Same warning as before regarding Saturn squared Mercury on June 9th. So June 22nd, a bit similar, like it might feel a little bit more heavy, more pessimistic. We might be confronting some obstacles, some rules, some restrictions, some limitations. So we just have to accept that there will be something like that, and see what this can mean. The good thing is that this is our final Jupiter square Saturn. We have been dealing with this already in the last year in different signs, but still in August 2024 and December 2024 you can think back how you've been experiencing this will to expand and grow something with Jupiter, blocked by some Saturnian restrictions, limitation, some boundaries, some, you know, limitations of reality, basically. That was happening between Gemini and Pisces, and now we're gonna have the final third one, the last one, between Cancer and Aries. So different area of your chart, you can see where is that for you. I also did a video about Saturn in Aries and Neptune in Aries, and I also talk about the square between Saturn and Jupiter in my video about Jupiter in Cancer. So I have 3 videos that can serve you to understand next few months of your life, but also June 2025. So if you want, welcome. I will leave you links in the description box so you can explore more. And then we have a very good day, Sun conjunct Jupiter on June 24th. This is usually one of the best days in the whole year when we have Sun and Jupiter conjunction. But again, it's very close to this Saturnian energy in terms of the square, right? So we will still feel the seriousness. We will feel like this is not like a full expansion. The Saturn is still checking there if you are acting in a mature way, if you have long-term vision, if you think about consequences of your actions, if you show integrity, if you follow the rules, this kind of things. So again, bittersweet energy, but definitely worth to see this June 24th as the day of big opportunities and good luck, and especially from masculine energy, your partner, husband, your father, grandfather, your boss. It's a good luck energy here. And also just in general, you might just feel more optimistic about even just yourself, and your Cancer house might be under this good luck energy. At the same time, this day has Mercury squared Chiron, so watch for some hurtful words. Watch how you use your words on this day, because sometimes we can hurt each other when talking, or we might be just processing something on an intellectual level with this energy. You know, Mercury in Cancer, as I told you, intellect, focus on emotions, on therapy, on family, on our roots, our history, on the past, on memories. It might bring some painful nostalgia, some sentimental energy here. So you will see how this goes. But just warning you that you should be thinking about not hurting others with your words, and not hurting yourself with some unsupportive thoughts. Then June 25th, new moon in Cancer, very nice new moon. This new moon is beneficial because it's in conjunction to this freshly started Jupiter in Cancer at 4 degrees Cancer. So you can see where is that in your chart and set new intentions for the next 6 months. Then there will be a full moon by the end of the year, which will give you some fruits, some results of this energy. I didn't check yet if it's this year. It's gonna be maybe, yeah, rather January. This is when you're gonna have full moon in Cancer as a completion of this new cycle. So manifest, good luck energy is here. Mars in Virgo is in harmony to this new moon, so our actions are aligned with this energy. There's the energy of water and earth, so emotions and groundedness. And again, it will be still squared by Saturn, so Saturn will be still there checking if our actions, our intentions, our manifestations in this Cancer area of our life follow the rules, if we take responsibility, accountability, if we are not afraid of challenges, some restrictions, limitations, some requirements from the government, for example, and things like that. And then June 26th, Mercury is entering Leo, and this is when we're gonna have a different intellectual energy. Our thoughts, our words, our conversations will be much more under this fiery energy, so watch for dramas, because you know, in Leo we are more expressive and more loud and sometimes more proud, and you know, this arrogant energy. We know this energy very well because we feel it now in our actions, right? Till June 17th, Mars is in Leo, so we see how this energy works for us. What is good, what is bad. And now your intellectual energy, the way how you think and use words, will be in Leo. So you can just apply it to this intellectual side. And also there will be some intensity because Mercury in Leo will be opposing Pluto. Pluto retrograde in Aquarius. So this very often brings some powerful confrontations, some power struggles, some intensity in your mind. So watch for that. If you will have suddenly some dark thoughts or you know, some paranoid vibes, like fears, you will start to imagine some dark scenarios, or you might be in a good way very highly focused, have this sharp laser kind of focus on something. So that's a good vibration. Just avoid during this time, by the end of June, something that can bring some drama, some conflict. You know, Mercury is connected to driving, to traveling. So when Pluto is opposing this energy, we want to just play it safely. So drive carefully, don't go to some dark places, and avoid people who might play this role of Pluto in your life, because it's oppositions, like two sides. So you might be the one being Pluto or meeting Pluto. So try to avoid this energy, so there will be no, you know, power struggles, domination, and some dark confrontation. So overall, that's all the dates I would like you to know about June. I hope you took some notes. So basically you can see that there's like this three parts of this month, right? The first part of the month, it's very light-hearted, Gemini, quick, Mars in Leo, Venus is still in Aries, so fire energy. Gemini, chatty, quick, a lot of information, travels, moving. And then we switch in the mid part of the month when we experience those a bit more challenging energies of Saturn square Jupiter. So you want to move, you want to grow, you want to expand, but there is something you have to overcome. And then we're going to have Cancer season, and the energy will start to feel a little bit more soft by the end of the month with this new moon in Cancer, which is, I think, one of the best new months in the whole 2025. So you want to use it for intentions and manifestation. This is the beginning of Jupiter in Cancer, so Jupiter is always, when it's transiting, is giving you the best luck and abundance to this house. So for this year we have Cancer energy till June 2026. Again, watch my video so you'll know more. So yeah, it's a month that can definitely help us to grow, especially this Cancer area of our life. It can help us to heal our relationships. It can help us to start something long-term that will give us some expansion and results in 1 year from now. So now let's see what this month has in store for every sign. I will just give you some quick information, just some highlight for you to know where to focus on. Aries rising, you definitely want to use the first half of the month when the energy is more aligned with your own nature, because we have Venus in Aries, we have Mars in Leo, so those are your energies. We also have full moon in Sagittarius on June 11th. a lot of fire in the first half of the month. There's also a lot going on in Gemini, so your third house is very busy. You might be traveling a lot, driving a lot, talking a lot, lots of communication, lots of conversation, and a lot of good luck in terms of documents, messages, communication, siblings, neighbors, local community. So enjoy those first days of the month. And the full moon definitely might be interesting for you. It will be happening in your 9th house, which is a good luck house connected to international travel and higher education. So there might be also some good news or some things coming to fruition and illumination for you in this house. And then you're gonna have the beneficial new moon in Cancer in your 4th house of family. So if you are dealing with home situation, real estate, and your family matters, this new moon is a great new moon to set new intentions for a new chapter in your family and in your home dynamic. You can watch my previous videos where you will know more about what to expect in June. I did a video about Jupiter in Cancer, also for your rising sign. I did a video about Saturn in Aries and Neptune in Aries. You have this in your 1st house. Long-term transits, and June is the first month when you will be experiencing how it feels to have Saturn in your 1st house. So observe how you are feeling, and insights about all those 3 transits are in separate videos, so please have a look into my description box, find links, and this will be definitely the energy that you will be experiencing in June. So good luck, guys. Taurus rising, the good news for you is that you will be having Venus in your sign from June 6th till July 4th. Venus in the 1st house gives you more luck, more beauty. Your relationships are improving, your own beauty, self-esteem, self-identity, your I am energy is under this beneficial energy. So enjoy this month. You might feel way much better with those vibrations, especially as you've been having lots of transits in your 12th house, especially with Venus being hidden in the 12th house for the previous few weeks. And now once this Venus will move from the 12th house into your ascendant and 1st house, you will be fully enjoying. Venus is your chart ruler, so I feel like this might be one of your best months in this year in terms of how you're gonna be feeling with yourself. Very good month for any beauty treatment, for buying new clothes, changing the way how you look, your hair, makeup, all those things. First days of the month, you have still lots of going on in your finances and material possessions sector, 2nd house, with Jupiter, Mercury, Sun being there, and then all the energy will switch to your 3rd house. 3rd house, Cancer. This is where you have siblings, neighbors, local community, communication, studying, courses, publishing on social media, dealing with documents, applying for a new job, driving your car, buying new car, shopping, business, all those things. So a lot going on in the 3rd house. 3rd house is like this busyness of daily life. So you will be having Jupiter for 1 year in this area of your life. You can watch what this means for you in my video. I did the Jupiter in Cancer video also for your sign, so please watch. And I also did a video about Saturn in Aries and Neptune in Aries, which is happening for you for the next years in your 12th house. So I will be not covering this in this reading, but this is the energy that you will be experiencing in June. So if you want to know more, please jump into those videos. They are available in the description box. We will also have full moon in Sag on June 11th in your 8th house. This might bring some completion, some endings, or some illumination, things coming to light in the sector where you have shared finances, where you have intimate relationships with your partners. This is also money of other people, like help from government, taxes, loans, debt, and what you share with others. This is also the house of deep energy, like even like some traumas, fears, inheritance is also here. So there might be something related to those matters, on June 11th, that there will be some energy peak in this 8th house. And then you will have Mars in Virgo from June 17th to August 6th. This is something you might be very happy about because it's in your 5th house, which is the house of fun, joy, love, dating, children. So some of you might meet somebody new with this Venus being in the 1st house and 1st house and 5th house Mars, both in trine to each other. So we have this earth energy that it's very connected to yours, very grounding. So yeah, for some of you that might be a very, very good time to go out there and meet somebody, and or just go with your partner and enjoy life. And it doesn't have to be only about love. 5th house is about creativity, about your hobbies, what you love to do. So this might be another thing. You might be working on something here that you truly love. And it is also the energy of children. So just watch with Mars, it might bring more conflicts. So if you have children, this energy might be actually sometimes manifesting in this way at the same time. But in Virgo, it's definitely more quiet than Mars in Leo that you've been having previous weeks, and you're gonna still have it till mid-June. This is now happening in your 4th house, Mars in Leo, and then it's gonna move to the 5th house. So definitely good to enjoy. Okay guys, thank you so much and see you next time. Gemini rising, this is your last month of having Jupiter in your sign, so please enjoy it. Those first days of June until June 9th, this is your lucky time to do whatever you want, because 1st house is your I am, your energy that you pour into everything you do. Here we start new things, we take action, we initiate. Jupiter is connected to international matters, Gemini is connected to communication, documents, applications for new job, investing, selling, buying, studying. So expand as much as you can till June 9th. And then the energy will switch. The focus will be on your 2nd house, where you have Cancer energy. We're gonna have all the planets slowly moving through this house for you, and you're gonna have 1 year of Jupiter being in the 2nd house of your material possessions, finances. So the opportunity of this one is that you might increase your material possessions, your wealth, your stability, your self-worth, your natural talents, your physical body. So use this energy for 1 year. I made already a video about Jupiter in Cancer for your sign as well, so please watch. It's in the description box, so you will know how June and next 12 months will look for you in terms of finances and self-confidence. And also I made a video about Saturn in Aries and Neptune in Aries, which is moving through your 11th house, where you manifest, where you work on your future dreams, goals, wishes, where you build your network and community of friends. So those two energies are also already described by me in the video, so please watch everything down there. And this is also important for you to know, because then you will be able to use, for example, the energy of new moon in Cancer in your 2nd house of finances on June 25th. All those 3 videos I am recommending you to watch are connected to this new moon. So new moon will be opening up some new gates of growth and abundance for you for the next 6 months in your financial sector. So if you want to grow there, I would definitely use this new moon to manifest. Okay guys, so that's all I have for you. Thank you so much. Enjoy your last days of Jupiter being in Gemini. I hope that this energy helped you to grow as much as it was possible. Cancer rising, great times for you. Those are last few days when you have Jupiter in your 12th house, so there could be a lot of expansion behind the scenes, spiritual expansion. Maybe you became a little bit more, like lazy. In the 12th house, we rest, we hide from the world, we need to sleep more. We are more into this deep soul diving and resting and hermit mode. So for some of you, last months could be a lot about that. And now Jupiter will be moving to your 1st house on June 9th. So that's an amazing switch for you. I already made a video about that, so please watch. All the links to Jupiter in Cancer, also Saturn and Neptune in Aries, all those energies are active in June, and I made videos for every rising sign, so please have a look and then you will understand better this month. For you, Saturn and Neptune is in the 10th house, squaring you, so that's important to know. You have a beautiful transit of Venus entering Taurus into your 11th house. Here you have your goals, wishes for the future, friends, networking. So for some of you, it might be a very, very beautiful, positive month to spend time with your friends, to go out there in, online as well, create your community, publish something, and focus on your future, on your manifestation, on your dreams. Also, we're gonna have new moon in Cancer in your first house, so on June 25th you might have like this beautiful reset for yourself, starting fresh, manifesting and building a lot of new chapters for yourself in those next 6 months, because new moon is activating some new 6 months lunar cycle. And you also will be enjoying Mars in Virgo, which is the sign in harmony to you. So maybe recently you felt like the energy is not really aligned with you, fire signs. Gemini is in your 12th house, so you can't really see it. You might feel a little bit more like lower in energy 1 month before your birthday, and then Mars was in Leo, Venus in Aries, fire signs. And now the energy will start to feel more aligned with you. So I feel like you're gonna enjoy a lot this June. And yeah, that's all I have for you guys. Thank you and see you next time. Leo rising, you can definitely enjoy this month. The first over 2 weeks till June 17th, you have Mars being on your side in your sign. In Leo, so you have a lot of vitality, a lot of courage, a lot of motivation. You might also experience a little bit more dramas and conflict with this Mars at the same time, so watch for this, especially as Pluto is in your 7th house, so for relationships. But overall, Mars in your sign is giving you a lot of power. Then this Mars will switch to Virgo, and from mid part of the month you will be more focused with your actions on your finances and material possessions. Then also we're gonna have a switch from Gemini to Cancer. Right now Jupiter is in Gemini till June 9th in your 11th house, where you've been growing, working on your future goals and wishes, manifesting, building community, expanding, meeting new people, maybe online networking. So you can let me know in comments how you've been experiencing this Jupiter in Gemini for the last 12 months. And now Jupiter will be moving into your 12th house in Cancer. Also Mercury and Sun will be there in June. You have all the exact dates in the beginning of the video in the intro, so please watch. So when so much of the energy is hidden in our 12th house, we might start to feel like we need more time alone. You might be focused more on the spiritual side of life, or resting, sleeping more. So you will see how this goes. So you can watch my Jupiter in Cancer video where I also described your sign. The link is in the description box. You also have Saturn and Neptune both being now in Aries, the new transit in your 9th house of international travel. It's a good energy for you because it's trining you, but still you can watch Saturn and Neptune videos for your sign as well. All 3 videos in the description box, and then you will know more. And you have also good luck with your career sector. Venus will be moving the whole month from June 6th through your 10th house of career, so it might bring more beauty, more harmony, good relationships, more steadiness and groundedness, and just good luck to your career sector. So enjoy this side of your life. Thank you so much and see you next time. Virgo rising. So you've been having lots of busyness in your 10th house, and you will still have it in the beginning of June with Jupiter, Mercury, Sun being in your 10th house of professional life, reputation, responsibilities, ambitious goals. And then this energy will be switching one by one. You have all the exact dates in my intro. So on June 9th, Jupiter will be leaving your 10th house of career. So I hope you manage to grow a lot in the sector of your life, and then it's going to be moving through your 11th house. You can watch my video about Jupiter in Cancer, so you will know all the details. I also made reading for every rising sign, so you can find yourself and watch. You will have Venus in aligned sign of Taurus trining you in your 9th house, so it might be a great month for traveling for many Virgos, or some higher education from the 9th house. Some of you might have some nice relationships with people from abroad, from other backgrounds. You might be also with this Venus studying languages, actually 9th house as well. Or in general, great energy for traveling, because you might just end up in a very beautiful place full of nature, very green, very beautiful, very peaceful. So I would enjoy that a lot. You are having the first month of Saturn in Aries moving through your 8th house together with Neptune. I already made 2 videos about those transits, so please just watch them and then you will know more. Saturn in Aries, Neptune in Aries, both links in the description box. There will be some completion on the full moon in Sagittarius in your 4th house, where you have family, roots, home situations. So that's on June 11th. Some things might come to some completion and end, and this full moon will be activating your 4th house of home and private life, and 10th house of career and public life. So let's see what this will bring to you. And then new moon in Cancer will be happening on June 25th in your 11th house, where you have friends, community, network, and future goals, as that's one of the best new moons in the whole year. And 11th house is about manifestation. I definitely would mark in my calendar that June 25th is the day when I will be manifesting, setting new intentions, planning my future, planning how I can grow and expand in all those themes related to 11th house. So that's all I have for you guys. Thank you so much, and see you next time. Libra rising, for you guys, we definitely have to see what's going on with Venus. That's your chart ruler. Good news is that Venus will be in home sign Taurus, so you will be enjoying this energy, but at the same time Venus will be moving through very intimate, very deep, even a little bit darker area of your chart, 8th house, where we have sometimes some taboo things and traumas. The good thing is that here we have our investments, shared money, shared resources. This is the house where we share with others. So this is where you have intimate connections, sexuality, and money of your partner, money coming from other people. So for some of you, this might be a good luck energy this month in terms of maybe some returns of your investments, some tax return. If you are thinking about asking for a loan, or managing your finances in general, your savings, investments, getting gifts from other people, this energy is very, very beneficial. It might help you. So it's a good month to deal with those things. Then what else for Libra rising? The Mars energy. Mars energy is now in a very good position for you. It's in Leo, sextiling you, and it's in the 11th house, where you have your network, community, manifesting your dreams and goals for the future, your online activity. So in general, if you want to use this good vibe, I would do it till June 17th, because after that your vitality, your motivation, your optimistic energy to go and get what you want might decrease a little bit. Mars will move to Virgo. Virgo is in your 12th house, hidden. When Mars is in the 12th house, we need to rest more. We like to do things behind the scenes. We don't really like to be seeing so much. So enjoy it, especially if you are doing something like publishing online, building some sort of network community. This is your energy. And also just to spend time with friends, take care of your relationships with your friends. Enjoy it till June 17th, and then you can plan that from June 17th to August 6th, you might be a little bit more hidden, like a hermit kind of energy, and that will be good energy to, for example, writing something, preparing some courses, or just going for holidays and resting and just doing things where you are less visible. So try to play with astrology in this way. Also, Jupiter is ending the stay in your 9th house. So I hope you received lots of blessings from abroad, especially international connection, exploring other cultures, publishing, teaching, searching for your belief system, for what is truly yours. And now this energy on June 9th will move to your 10th house of career. There will be also new moon in your 10th house of career, very beneficial one, on June 25th. So Jupiter and new moon, it's time to focus on building your professional life, your reputation, your social status, your ambitious goals, your responsibilities. As Cancer is a family energy, for some of you it might be connected also to your family life, like you will be you know, social status is also connected to, for example, if you are single or married, if you have children or not. So I feel like many Libra rising might actually use this Jupiter in Cancer for the next year to grow in this matter, because 10th house is not only about career, it's just about what you're doing, like how public sees you, how people, your neighbors, people who don't know you well, how they can describe you. So that's two sides of the story. Either go for this very, very professional side of 10th house, or this responsibility around family and creating your own home life and some new journey, some new trip in this matter as well. Okay guys, so that's all I have for you. Please watch Aries videos. I have Saturn and Neptune being in Aries, that's your 7th house. So some seriousness coming into your relationships. For some of you, marriage. For some of you, divorce. It depends on the story, but Saturn is just doing the reality check there and setting some boundaries and requiring high quality. You will know more by watching those two videos. There's a lot of information, and June is the first month when you're gonna experience this transit fully in your 7th house, and also you're gonna be experiencing Jupiter in Cancer for the first time in 12 years, moving through your 10th house. So I also have a video about that, Jupiter in Cancer. So please watch these 3 for your sign at least, and you will know more. And yeah, enjoy that your chart ruler is in a very good position in this month, Venus in Taurus. Thank you. Scorpio rising, what's going on for Scorpios in June? So first of all, the good news is that all this bunch of energies that you are having in the 8th house in the beginning of June, you have Sun, Mercury and Jupiter in Gemini moving for 8th house. So your focus could be on those very deep and dark matters. For some of you it might be connected to finances, investments, but in general 8th house is like the Scorpio house, so we do things there that are pretty intense and deep. So on June 9th, Jupiter will move to the 9th house with all this expansion and growth into a very good luck house, 9th house, where we travel, explore, expand our mind. You might have a start of a 1 year of a lot of traveling abroad, maybe even finding home abroad. I made a video about Jupiter in Cancer. You can see what it means for your sign. The link is in the description box. But June will be the first month when you will be starting to feel this energy. Then there will be another energy, this time in your 6th house, Saturn and Neptune in Aries. I also made videos about those two transits. The links are in the description box, so please watch them, what it might bring for your sign. It's not only for June, it's for next few years, so it's worth to know what this can mean to you. And also it might be a very good time for Scorpios in terms of relationships. June 6th is when Venus is moving to Taurus, so Venus in a good position in home sign and entering your 7th house of relationships. So you might definitely enjoy connecting with others more. There might be a lot of beauty, peacefulness, pleasure, steady energy. It's a good time to meet somebody, especially as you have North Node in Pisces moving through your 5th house of love. So for some of you, this month can bring some beautiful romantic stories or expand stories that are already in your life. And there will be a new moon in Cancer on June 25th in the 9th house. And this is the sign related, connected to you in harmony. So you might be using this new moon in a beautiful way to manifest something new for your 9th house energy together with this Jupiter. There's an expansion of your 9th house for the next 12 months. Also, you are ending the stay of Mars in Leo being in your 10th house. So till June 17th, you still have this power, this fiery, bold courage moving through your professional life, through your career. So whatever you want to do regarding that, use the power where you have all this bravery. Then Mars will move into your 11th house, so the focus will be more on networking, friends. There will be more action there. Just watch for some conflicts with your friends and, you know, in your community with this Mars. Okay guys, so that's all I have for you. Thank you. Enjoy. This month looks pretty good for you. There's a lot of earth and water in the second half of the month, so I feel like from second half of June you will feel much more in harmony, at peace, and that things just flow in a way that you like. Okay, good luck. Sagittarius rising. So for you, a very important information is that you will have full moon on yourself. June 11 full moon in Sagittarius, 20 degrees. If you have something around this degree, this will be especially powerful. Jupiter is leaving your 7th house of relationships, and then this 7th house of relationships will be illuminated by the full moon. There is some story ending, completing, some fruits, some results of whatever you've been doing since December 2024, when the new moon in Sagittarius activated some new cycle for you, some 6 months, right? So now there's some fruition of that. It might be related to you versus other people. There might be some upgrade, illumination, ending, completion. Depends on your story. Maybe in your relationship, maybe in the way how you approach other people, how you show up to the world, how you start new things, how you present yourself to the world. So watch for this. This will be very powerful. And then there will be new moon in Cancer, June 25th. You have Cancer in your 8th house. This is also where you will be experiencing for the next 12 months. Jupiter being in Cancer 8th house is very connected to finances, shared resources, also deep intimacy. So it might be regarding you and your partner's money that you own together, taxes, loans, inheritance, debt. Something that it's not only yours. You cannot say that I have this, but it's rather like coming from other people. And so you will see how this goes. Also in the 8th house, we heal deep trauma. We face some fears, taboo matters. So for some of you, this also might be a start of this cycle. But as Cancer is related to family, I feel like for many Sagittarius rising, there might be a period of time when you will be dealing with some resources in your family, either through inheritance or within your own family that you created. North Node is in your 4th house, so the focus, karmic focus, is also on the 4th house. So family, roots, parents, where you're coming from, your family situation, real estate. And then you also have Saturn Neptune conjunction in the 5th house in Aries, the first month when we have this conjunction. So worth to observe how this is making you feel. 5th house is about children, love, dating, pleasure, hobbies. Some of you might be starting new business based on what you truly love to do with this energy, but you know, with Saturn everything takes time. You can watch my videos about Saturn in Aries, Neptune in Aries, and Jupiter in Cancer, so for your sign and all the general info, so you will know more about what you might be experiencing in your 5th house and in your 8th house with those transits. Those are long-term transits, so it takes some time to describe them. That's why you can watch those separate videos. And also from June 17th, you will have Mars in Virgo moving through your 10th house. So that might be a good energy to focus on your career sector, on your ambitious goals, professional life, or some responsible action. So that's my tip. And Venus will be in a very nice position at home sign Taurus, moving through your 6th house. So June for Sagittarius rising looks very good for health. If you want to heal, if you want to change your diet, if you want to focus on self-care and wellness, this is a great month. Just watch with overindulgence. Venus in Taurus in 6th house can make you eat too much, especially things that are, you know, eaten because of pleasant side of food, not because we eat to have power to get some protein, to get some energy, right? So watch for this hedonistic side of Venus so you don't get weight. Okay, that's all I have for you. Thank you. Capricorn rising, for you guys, it's a very big month because your chart ruler Saturn just moved to a new sign, and this is the first month when we can have Saturn being direct in Aries. This is for you happening in your 4th house, so it's affecting your private life, your emotions, your family, your real estate situation, your housing situation, your own family, and the family you are coming from, parents, your roots, your mother town. So let's see how this goes for you. Worth to observe. How do you feel with the Saturn? It can be challenging, I'm not gonna lie. 4th house is very sensitive, and Saturn being there can bring some coldness either to our sensitive private side, emotions, our emotional safety. We might have some fears, some challenges around that. But at the same time, Saturn will be helping you to master that for sure. I made videos about Saturn in Aries and Neptune in Aries already, so you can watch them, then you're gonna know what will be going on in your family situation for the next few years. And in terms of Jupiter, the first part of the month you will still have a lot of busyness in your 6th house where you have Gemini, so Sun, Mercury and Jupiter. So lots of work, lots of focus on, you know, things like diet, gym, daily routines. It could be very hectic and a lot going on in terms of serving other people, doing those daily tasks. And then Jupiter will be moving to your 7th house, so you have a great 12 months to find love, to strengthen your connections with others. If you are already married, if you have a partner, this Jupiter in Cancer can bring more tenderness, more love, more sweetness into your relationship. And then also Cancer season will bring more focus on your relationship with other people. It looks pretty beneficial. Jupiter in the 7th house, it's very often considered one of the best transits for partnerships, so you definitely want to focus on that. And then there will be also a new moon in Cancer in your 7th house on June 25th, so that for those of you who are single and are thinking about having some new relationship, it might be a good time to start doing something about that on this new moon, some intentions, some manifestation. And also from June 17th, Mars will be in sign aligned with you, another earth sign, Virgo, in your 9th house of travel, expansion, higher education. So from mid-June, it's a great time for travel, guys. If you are planning some holidays, this will be a great energy to just go somewhere and enjoy life. Okay, guys, so that's all I have for you. I hope you enjoyed that, and see you next time. Aquarius rising, you have Pluto retrograde in your 1st house, so you might be feeling a little bit more intensity during this June weeks, despite all the good transits. And also one of your rulers, Saturn, just moved to a new sign, Saturn in Aries, now in conjunction to Neptune in Aries, both in your 3rd house of communication, mental energy, learning. So you might become more serious in your thinking, in your talking, in your vision about everything, in how you approach education. There might be some new challenges as well showing up in June, so observe how you are feeling with this energy. I made videos about Saturn in Aries and Neptune in Aries already, so you can watch for your sign, links in the description box. And also Jupiter will be leaving your 5th house. That was a great time for you, having Jupiter in the 5th house for the last 12 months. It was great to expand through words, doing some creative work. So I hope you use that. And now Jupiter will be starting to be in your 6th house on June 9th. 6th house is about daily work, routines, health. So those might be the themes where you will be gaining a lot of knowledge, opportunities and expansion. I also have a video about Jupiter in Cancer, so please just watch. I will be not repeating here because it's just too much information about this transit. So yeah, beginning of June you might still feel a lot of this great energy from the 5th house, where we create, we have fun, joy, pleasure. So first week of June, first 10 days of June, focus on those creative side of our life, also dating, love and children. Very beneficial energy for you. And then the focus will switch to the 6th house, where we serve other people, take care of our health and on our physical body. But there will be also full moon in Sagittarius going on June 11th in your 11th house. So there might be some beneficial energy coming here to you with this full moon. 11th house, it's about manifestation, about dreams and goals and network, friends. So if you've been manifesting something on your moon on December 1st last year, this full moon can bring some goals and wishes and manifestation to completion, to fruition. So hopefully this will be the good luck energy for you. And then new moon in Cancer will be happening in your 6th house on June 25th. So that's a good starting point to set new intentions for this Jupiter in Cancer, what you want to achieve in your work, in your health, in your diet, in you serving other people. This is also the house of pets. So for some of you, this new moon might be related to, for example, getting a new pet. Okay, guys. No, one more thing, sorry. Venus in Taurus. That's a good energy for you. You can now be enjoying almost the whole month. Venus being in your home and family matters. Venus in the 4th house, very good for doing some beauty changes in your house, new design, buying some new beautiful things, making your home environment more beautiful. Also relationships in your family might become more stable, peaceful, beautiful and relaxed during this time. And you might be just enjoying staying home more with this energy here, just chilling on the couch and eating something cool with Taurus. And also good energy, of course, to do anything related to real estate. If you're looking to buying some place, this energy can help you to find something beautiful. You might have beneficial contacts, communication, offers and stuff like that. So enjoy. Thank you. Pisces rising. First of all, you are having North Node on yourself, 1st house. So whole year a big focus is just on you. I hope that you are using this energy. It's a karmic transit where you're supposed to look more into yourself, not being so much into merging with other people and thinking what others need, what others want, but rather think about what do you want and who you truly are, even within your relationships. And then you will be having Mars switching from your 6th house in Leo. This will be lasting till June 17th. So there might be a lot going on in your work, health, diet, daily routines. Maybe some of you are dealing with health matters. Mars sometimes brings some difficult energies into our health. So this energy will be ending on June 17th, and then Mars will be moving to your 7th house of relationships. So watch for conflicts with other people, and at the same time you might expect that there will be just more action, more motivation, more vitality, more energy focused on other people, or other people coming more towards you. So maybe that's your karmic journey as well, you know, because in confrontation with other people we are able to see more ourselves, like kind of mirroring, right? Then Venus will be in Taurus from June 6th, moving to your 3rd house. So that's very good for communication, publishing, if you're doing something in social media, in the internet, website, documents, contracts, buying, selling, all these things. Now you have very beneficial energy in the 3rd house connected to that. So enjoy it all month almost. Also, Saturn just freshly moved to Aries, so you might feel some new energy in June in your second house of finances, more seriousness, more restrictions maybe. So observe it. I made a video about Saturn in Aries and Neptune in Aries. Both are now in your financial sector, material possessions, self-worth, values, stability. So you can watch those videos, at least watch the fragment for your sign, so you will know what to expect in June, because this is the first month when we have this energy going on. And then also there was a lot going on now in your fourth house: private life, family, parents, housing situation, real estate, where you are coming from, your emotional safety. Sun, Mercury, Jupiter in Gemini, all moving through your fourth house. So there could be just a lot going on with the family or with place of living, and lots of talking, possibly some changes here as well. And on June 9th, this Jupiter will end the stay in your fourth house. I hope you manage to grow in your fourth house matters. And from now on, you're gonna have it in the fifth house. So Jupiter in the fifth house, it's great energy, good luck energy in a good house, energy connected to joy, pleasure, hobbies, children, love, dating. I have a video about Jupiter in Cancer for all signs as well, so please watch. Especially you have trine from this energy, so it's very beneficial for you, very beautiful, in a very good house, so you can enjoy and you can grow the most. You are one of the best signs for this transit, so link to this video as well in the description. I will be not talking much about this now. And also new moon in Cancer in the same fifth house on June 25th, so you can also mark this in your calendar as a manifestation day for this month. And there is also full moon going on in Sagittarius on June 11th. This will be happening between your 10th house and 4th house, so something coming to an end, completion, fruition, something's coming to light as well. If you've been manifesting something regarding your career in your Sagittarius house on December 1st last year, 2024, this full moon can bring fruits of this manifestation. If you've been improving something there, working on something, now you're gonna have some sort of manifestation of this intention, of this new seed that you planted back then. Okay guys, so that's all I have for you. Thank you so much and good luck.